Okay, so I'm sitting here doing an experiment to see what works the best with like uh, having the chainmail muscle move over itself. Bear with me, it should be two different muscles in the same area, but I just have this one long muscle, so I folded it in half, so whatever. Um, this material is like an underflooring, like underlayment. It's cork foam stuff, and it's kind of plasticized, but it's sort of pseudoporous. I don't know. It's nice. Um, and then we have this plastic on the inside. So I'm thinking of every combination that we could possibly have of two muscles with this and with rubber. And I tested them all. The results were the rubber felt fine, but it bunched up a little bit. But again, like I have the one long muscle, so it wouldn't usually be that bunched up. But it just, it felt a little bit jinky. But also, it wasn't a perfect fit, so goes to show. But yeah, I do feel like even if it was a perfect fit, it would get like little pinches and things and have damage points. Um, and I feel like a loose fit is good for a lot of reasons too, but that's neither here nor there. Um, so I started just using the rubber and the foam, and that is a whole new world. That feels like flesh. That feels like if you've ever massaged someone's hand and like loosened up their arm so that they're like all their tendons and stuff are relaxed. Um, that felt like the suppleness and like fleshiness and like all of it. The rubber really and the resistance between the rubber and this really helps bring that kind of body and air to it. The fluffiness, kind of. I guess it felt like fluffy bread, but with kind of like blood in it. You know, even though it is just air inside of it right now, to be clear. But it felt like there was so much. The skin itself felt like leathery. You know, like full of life. And so then I started just doing uh, the cork, just doing like one side. If you just do one side and you do soft side in, slick side out, um, it's not good. It'll cut the foam side. So the best one after that I did was I flipped it over and did the soft on the outside. And I was like, oh, that's cool. That's cool. That works. And I started thinking about doing it both sides, like plastic on both sides, and just using the squishiness to fill in. It still hasn't been perfectly smooth like the fleshy test, but it's a lot less than just the rubber in terms of resistance, like jumpiness, vibration, um, resistance, all that. And then I get to both sides um, with I'm saying cardboard, I mean corkboard. Um, and honestly, it's amazing. If you do the plastic on the inside and the foam on this, it negates any possibility of the chain links cutting up the foam, and it just gives it the perfect surface to absorb the harsh transitions in surface slope. Um, because with the plastic on there, the plastic wants to kind of like just skate over it, and not like you make it lumpy. But with the foam directly against it, it's like laying on memory foam. And then of course they're lubricated against each other when you move them back and forth, and so there's absolutely no chance of it cutting because it's both has a good impression and has no friction on the outside. So my theory is if I do the final test, put it in that tube and use both sides with the cork board in this orientation, it should just be tits on. Then, if I get a bike pump, I can do all those tests again with different pressures. Up and away!